the way to the Siaya region, very close to Rangala village, because Rangala village is a part of Siaya region, and we have been there last year together with George and Stefan, of course, to do the recording of the Goya Lengo. And this time we're going to meet with different groups to do more recordings that hopefully will be put out by the same record label that put out the Goya recordings.
Wange bia ku kodi osero to wango buko no pichale ka to kanyo to yo to jobi tieno ba mu kodi osero to tieno buko fesolu chalo tinga mapayo dara to yo to jobi wo mamu susura mo be support sia bo chuo ma nyara riwa to ni yesa no nya ko mano ngenye oda nyara riwa kawi jo amano be chuo be tie dinga bo chuo akode nugo nyono wango jamwan karangani sero nya ko ko mo betie onge tamane be onge to tanamini de onge ngani neno le ogonya ko bodo chade mo pieno kama mudo mo piny kangani chopira ngagi to ngalo wacho ni nyako ni jarinda de dabuok to nyako duogo wacho ne nubuok ni ngato tumina ngani duogo wacho ni nyako gimomiyo de dabuok ayudo ka ngato yawo ko ni nyako ngato kwalo dape to nyako duogo wacho ne ing'eyo ne ngato kwali nadi mapok idonji odini jarinda ki wacho amano nyara lego de dabuok ayudo ka ngato yawo ko kangani chopi gode to buko gonduru kulu ne dawe okaumo to ngato tare to karafuri wako garwa kaka tadi okodi ugere kama ngano donji ode duogo wacho ni nyako podi da kama kutaya kwer poda muli e kombe na yobi kanga ni duogo karo kombe makoro malo mulu muli ya kombe okono wakata koma chielo okonyew ngani duogo wacho ni nyako da kama kutaya kwer poda muli e mesana aye kanga ni duogo karo mesa makaro mesa mulu ya kamesa okono wakata nengo mesa bedokia ngani duogo wacho ni nyako kama okutaya kwer ngani nena nyota na marbau majoma chodo duogo jamadaru mapoko tieko joma chiel podda kama okutaya kwer amulie jamadaru mod yobi kanga ni duogo karo tanda kare jamadaru mulu jamadaru okono nego jamadaru bedokia ugale wodo noyo podo minonge bongo tanda bu mino chuwinje minonge bongo tanda bu mino chuwinje achenu mini duonge Owiti akobu pari minidoka nuna moche ka urukuri bashwa we di pokata ko poko ya kiotada ni nyokarango.
Siaya is very rich in this cultural music because all the traditional music, like the Nyatiti, originated right here in the Siaya. But there have been various types of musical instruments. We have Nyatiti. We have another one called Orutu. It's a single stringed instrument. And then there is a hangla. From there, then there was one that was being blown called Abu. It's an air instrument, Abu. It's a big gourd that was being played. And it was, that one has now extinct. It is no longer there, the Abu. Another one is this, the horn that is being blown by, but there are specialists, horn blowing and that Abu playing. These were specialists. They need a lot of energy, strength from the person playing.
Luo culture is a very rich culture, and up to today, I think there are some cultures within the tribes in Kenya which have left their culture totally. But still in Luo, you find them following their culture very strongly.
When you go to these traditional medicine men, most of them use music. With those, what do you call them? Those manyangas. At least to play with your psychology. So those are some of the things which were used. Music was used. Even music was used when a baby was used to cry. So music was used to silence that baby. Don't you think? Music is important. Music is very important. and we should not forget about music.
For example, there is something called maranda. I don't know how to translate it. It is cultural anyway. There is for boys, they go and dance and they sing. There is one for girls, they go and dance. There was one which I didn't, I found when it has already gone, called Magenge. Magenge was dancing for only ladies.
Mental support will not be sufficient for all these activities. So it is important for other stakeholders to recognize the value and the role of the arts in the county and indeed in the country, then come out in a big way. I'm thinking of international organizations such as the Goethe Institute, Alliance Française, then NGOs that have an interest in the arts. All these people must come out. Then we shall dialogue together as cultural officers and also as performing artists and tell them some of the things that we need. We need monumental support in terms of recording equipment, in terms of training of the performing artists. We need those workshops. Now we are at the moment not at a position to hold any of such. And support from government, I'm sure, will do us a lot of good, but it will not be perfectly sufficient for all those activities.
Because most of the thing, not only music or artists, so many things you find that when they are doing it, the NGO have come, they always remain in the city, not knowing that the brains behind those things they see in the city are in the village. There are so many brains here being, wasted. They are talented, but because nobody, appreciate what they do, nobody come to visit them, there's no encouragement, they are dead. They are still alive, but mind-wise, they are dead.
We did a lot of researches, and we came to discover we have more than 100 caves around Siaya, which needs to be explored. We have, when they talk of stones, big rocks, like the Gotmikai, we have a number of them. I think you can find a number of them here. But we are unable to go into those caves because we have wild animals in those caves. We have very cheetah to get into that place. But we have people, up to now, they believe that spiritually, that one was that one is, these places are some of the holy places where they go and do their pray. A number of them go. But they have that belief. If you go and you are beaten by one of these, either chat, this snake, or by the leopard, you are a sinner.
We have recorded 3 days. So we started on Monday and we recorded great music yesterday, and we continued today to record other stuff and other styles of music. It was very great. And then tomorrow we will go to another place, conducted by Ulis Ratego, and he will introduce us to other musicians that we're going to record. And then we will stay here over the weekend just to go through all these recordings and to listen to it and to bring it in an order. And then on Monday we are going back to Nairobi. It was great for me. It was now the third time to be in Siaya. But again, I had the chance to listen to the music. It was completely new to me, so I haven't listened to that kind of music before. And it was really an honor to listen to that kind of music and to get in touch with people.
Como puragando chanyejuo, ugara le aminga makapari yadea, agando penyandera oko kielo kodero, chaula koranga ngaraga tupulimbo okone akangonga, eja kuchie kwa chubuni nyandera ngudu mukokomo. Pajonya uli ya mondo, kakano nwangare uoda dogo koginjo kago kumsiya. Yango ngabode molo neno di kubarike Luongo jotume Ugola kawere Ugwangu koko Wami ya kongi Yobondi kama tarango Kinyo bono sadia Tutumbe ne gocho achielo Konda chielo aeto ngatoyo Ugwangu koko Etendo gopo Tokoro madea uko Pieno podero Ugola kawere Ngibogunyo temogoyo Tokoro madea Ngurugu kokomo Aelingu matinu Komo totuegara Tuero mawera chielo Tokoro moragalo Ko pieno podero Sudadu mirugolang Wadeyo chumikom Tomedu emotoyo Eja kuchengo Kulo silimia Tomeo japo Tukinenogo Ngurugu kokomo.
We found Nyatiti being played in Nyanza, and they would praise it, that our instrument is very rich and it's very nice. And in fact, I would say it's very rich and very nice because even if the foreigners come, they are not interested on this, band, artificial band and whatever. They are interested in Nyatiti. Gele anyaro sala, gele anyaraenda, egi yopa umang binade kadungo, togero dukongo, yati wangi janye jokure bur, osie penyambala, sudalu mirugola omi okana tongea, Kenya mangima kwa chugoni nyanera. Mita mutulu bori jomukamba, tubeno ngeo japom, ego jamaru kweto ngeo beno master, tukudu jakabondo, tubeno ngeo japom. Ijuwade yang urubu kokomo, osie penyambala, mayego minotongo kwa chugoni nyanera.
I mean, the challenge is always different. So, I mean, today was very windy, for example. So sometimes it's we have to deal with these very simple things. And of course, it's always a question not to conduct too much, but also to bring it slightly to the direction that we want to, but without affecting the music in a very strong way. So that's always a big challenge.
On Sunday by Easy Coach bus from Nairobi, and we started recording on Monday. So Monday we went to a church, so to visit a religious choir, and did some recordings on the premises where this choir usually gathers and sings the music. And the other day we went to a secondary school, Ulafu School, which is a very beautiful school, not very far from here where we are now. And right after we started to record various groups of local musicians, cultural music. And it's been wonderful, and I feel it's been like a privilege to be able to listen to this wonderful music. So.
After saying Lupita Nyong'o, the daughter of Anyang' Nyong'o,
Yes.
that was a good example to the Luo people. In fact, it's what we are trying to come out of. We want to be another generation of African people that will get that award, and we believe we can get it.
Of education they find us now, and also we don't have role models, good role models for them to follow. Because in the past, the musicians were great people. So whenever there was anything done, they were recognized wherever they were. They were given recognition. And maybe this time, it is taken so lightly that the musicians are not recognized. Some of them, if you start doing some music and you are not doing it to the capacity that fulfills the people's need, you're not recognized.
You can see the Mzee's house looking the women's house. It is not facing the children's house. Simply because in the evening when these women have cooked, they have to bring the food in his office, which is called duole or abila. And he would eat those food with his sons, not daughters, the sons. And that's where he would teach them everything which a son would have to do or should know. And after that, Mzee always have mkwajo like this one. Then he would give the youngest child which belongs to one of those houses. It depends where he wants to go and spend a night on that day. So he would call the small young boy and tell him, take this to your house, to Mama's house. So the child would take that to Mama's house, and definitely Mama would know on that night Mzee is his visitor.
There was a deliberate attempt to revive the polytechnics and change the attitude, because in the past there was that feeling that the polytechnics are for failures, people who cannot advance academically. So there was the rebranding to ensure that the polytechnics attract the best trainees and the best instructors. So the ministry went ahead and recruited instructors and posted them to the youth polytechnics, so that at the end of the day, the trainees could get training. And then apart from that, the ministry then started to pay school fees to the enrolled trainees. And each trainee receives 15,000 per year. And that takes a course of 2 years. And then there is another course whereby they are paid for 4 years. The 2 years is under what we call the NITA, National Industrial Training Authority, whereby the trainees after 2 years do an exam. And then there is the National Certificate in Vocational Education and Training, which is administered by the Kenya National Examination Council.
Right now we have culture and heritage matters completely devolved to the counties. Our county or the county government has taken the initiative to make sure that the cultural activities are perfectly coordinated. So I will tell you that towards that extent, our department, the Department of Culture, has come up with a culture bill, which lists all those activities, and we are going to ensure that we provide a structure of leadership from the county to the grassroots, that is the sub-counties, so that we have music performed there, we have the performing arts also done there, but firmly coordinated by this department at this center.
Changu Moroccan Yato. Yamo Changu Moroccan Yato. Changu Moroccan Yato. Changu Moroccan Yato. Talcado Yosayam. Kanwana Wadaramba. Wadumena Mawana Liro. Ora Watanagam. The teacher when can you chopili hai kadala. Tono teacher when can you chopili hai kadala. But chopo the changman yatu manaka onira chuma. Nanyo 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 chuma. Talcado dalam. Kanwana Wadaramba. Wadumena Mawana Liro. Kaluabu dogam. Kulawaga makam. Come a cog when I'm borrowed. Tami yomanyango mani waya yengene. Gachani. Kadela kilono. Konyani. Kalelo eno. Kaumana gagi. Karamba kolo elo eno. Kaumana gagi. Moni chetu elo kawelo edi. Kaumana gagi. Kalelo kondiro kolo elo eno. Kaumana gagi. Kalelo kolo elo eno. Kaumana gagi. Moni chetu elo.
Say that these students, the music that they have is a repertoire from their primary section. Yeah, they come from primary school having participated in music festivals, drama festivals. When they have guests in their school, they usually perform. So that performance, we come to school and we combine them in the drama club so that now from there we can choose the themes that we want to present depending on the occasion. We don't have enough materials, we don't have enough attire. Even musical instruments, like the ones that they used to perform here, you saw the drum. It was an improvised jerrycan. The shakers, we made them by ourselves. But now we need much more than that. The fly whisk is a donation. We don't have anything, not even costumes. So we struggle to get what we can depending on the circumstance. And then also the fact that there's a lot of work on my part as the teacher. I don't teach music as a lesson, and yet it's supposed to be taught, it's in the curriculum. So we concentrate on the compulsory subject.
Since the Christianity came in, yes, it came with its own culture, and they were fighting each other. And you know, the Christianity was interwoven with the European culture. And there is somewhere they did not separate it well. Because even up to now, people still believe they were brainwashed. If you are doing something good, you are being compared with the Europeans. If you have a good breed of cow or a dog, that is a European. For example, here in Lowland, we say, if something is good, you brand it Nyakisungu. And if something is bad, you brand it Kinyaluo.
There are several challenges. Like right now, those that were playing, they did not have chance to train others to take over. So that traditional, like the Nyatiti trend, all those good players went. Unfortunately, they didn't leave back people to take from them. And then also with the Dodo, the players that left, just as I said before, because the music is a gift, some sort of. So training somebody to be a musician is not easy. So the gifted ones that went, this now has made it very, very impossible and very, very difficult for the coming up generation to copy, because they need role models to copy from. Right now, we don't have role models where they can copy from. So another challenge for those that have been there, they have been taking it as it was meant for entertainment. But right now that the world has gone digital, we've been lacking these promoters, some kind of motivation, some kind of encouragement. And also, another one is that because a large group was needed to be trained. Now that the school leavers, they take this to be so, these traditional things, they don't take it simple. So when you want to train a group of people, to them, they look at it as something that is not gainful. So they are not willingly coming in.
We have challenges, and one of the challenges we have is funds. If we had funds, adequate funds, we are going to ensure that the polytechnics do all they can in terms of having the co-curricular activities you are talking about. We don't just focus on academics. We also want these people who are learning in these institutions to have the other aspect of life. Not only academic, but the other aspect, because you will find somebody is very good in maybe the vocation is taking, but also very good in drama, very good in music, very good in sports. So these talents are supposed to be exploited fully wherever these trainees are. You are supposed to actually ensure that you mold an all-rounded person. Yes.
So the few that took over, that took from them, are not performing to that standard. And therefore, they are not able to pass that knowledge, that kind of, understanding that was there. Our people, in the past, people really believed in that music. And everybody wanted to be praised. Eh? If you praise him, they would even give you a bull. Those people are gathering wealth by doing their job. But this time, it's just leisure. So the role models are no longer there just because most of them are dead and the knowledge had not been passed adequately to the present generation, who therefore are not trained well enough, because those people are trained by the elders. And there are age groups. The age group, if that age graduates to adulthood, there was an age that was following. So they were moving in ages. So within the ages, after adolescence, at adolescence there was that group. When they graduate to another stage, there was a leader. There was a leader at every point. And that leader could take the initiative to choose a talent from that group. Those leaders could choose a talent, and they could nurture that one. That so-and-so is a musician. We give him this. We see he can do this. And he was being helped by that particular group. And he was like Oganga. Oganga was brought up by his people. Oganga was loved by his people. So wherever he was playing, everybody was behind him. However bad he started, eventually he graduated and he was a pride of the community.
To artists, I would ask them to come back to their culture and let them work, whether you are being paid or not paid, like me. I'm doing this work whether I'm paid or I'm not paid, I'm doing it. But one day, one time, what I told you is the machine. If I get that machine, it will not be for my own good, but it will be for the community. So for the artists, they should come back, work together, and make their culture rich and richer.